All aboard. Stomach is messing with me a bit, but I still got this to do. Time to mess around and finish the Ivalice raid story in FF14, which, with the announcement of the remaster, quite serendipitous, ain't it? Alright, launcher, let's get started. It's time to panic at the raid. My tombstone grinding has slowed significantly. Mostly because I find like I go like three times, and then like on the third or fourth time I start losing focus horrifically and start endangering the rest of the party by being so shit. But outwardly, I still look like I got all the necessary pieces. The region of Yak! Tell me more.
There you are. I thought you should be the one to explain what happened out there in Yaktel.
Well, it's been a while, so I don't exactly remember, other than we found a secret kingdom, sort of recreated by the bastard that followed around the bastard's son. Not simply from another territory, but another world entirely? That explains much of the initial confusion between us. My apologies for any trouble I may have caused, and thank you for taking me in. Different worlds, yet we seem to have so much in common. I cannot help but wonder what it is that links the two together. What indeed? You mistook us for the Mamoja of your Vanadiel when we first met. May I ask what they are like? Nothing at all like you and yours, even if they do bear a striking resemblance. There was a time when all the people of Vanadiel, the Mamulja included, knew peace. But a tyrant possessed of a terrible power claimed rulership over the Mamulja and turned them against us. Before we realized it, we were at war. A tale similar to ours in a way. The rare few of us born with two heads grow to be immensely powerful. That power was used to justify our preeminence over all others. But that is not who we are anymore. We can be better than our forebears. We will be better.
All of our hard work will be for nothing if Sarilja succeeds in seizing the throne.
Well, you'll not want for aid in stopping him, I promise you that.
Oh, keen to lend a hand, are you?
Two heads, but one less finger on each hand. I don't need to know who I am to know the right thing to do. Sometimes you do, though. My blade is yours. On my honor as an adventurer of Vanadiel, we will put an end to Sarilja's schemes. What say you, Punchy Princess? If she were here, I'm sure she'd have done the same. Right then. We can worry about whether or not I'm real another day. I'm not going to stand around and let this Sarilja piss all over the... I feel like that's the first time I've seen that word in this game. So you can count me in too.
Don't think you can forget about us. This all started in Yaktel, and we have a duty to keep our forest safe.
Sarilja has left us without a trail to follow, but it's only a matter of time before he reveals himself to challenge Yuhime once more. If you're to be ready, I think it prudent the two of you learn more of our world.
An excellent idea, brother. We should start with Tuyololol and see to our own preparations while we're there.
If you would meet us at the dirigible landing, we will see Prish and Azal to Tuyolol.
Dirigible. Now, supposedly, from looking this up shortly, just to make sure I had this right, forgot the WarioWare-esque music. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There was major lag with me and OBS there for a moment. Whoa. But yeah, I don't know if this is the Evilist from Tactics or one of the other instances it appears in, because it apparently has some discrepancies. Which I suppose is fine. Can't expect them all to be exactly the same. Those balloon-powered airships are really something. I didn't expect the flight to be so smooth. So this is to you, lol. Lol, 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 lol. Lol, 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 lol. Before I forget, I couldn't help but notice how much you seem to know about me. Is there anything else you remember? I like his armor, except for the fact that his fingers are fused. I'm afraid I don't, and as you don't recognize me either, perhaps we weren't acquaintances after all. What I know of you was likely overheard in a tavern somewhere, patrons sharing stories of your famed exploits. I see. Well, I'll leave it at that then.
Now, where to begin?
Brother, will it not be wise to first apprise the Landsguard of what's happened, or would you prefer another stern lecture from the Vow of Reason?
Ugh, I'd sooner rip off our tail. Fine. We should keep them occupied while we see to the Landsguard. Maybe take them to eat or something.
Which means we gotta go for tacos.
Ah, I know. Take them to Auntie's to sample her tacos.
Well, that's a loaded sentence. Loaded like a taco.
Here, for that first meal of yours we spoiled. And just so we're clear, we're not expecting to earn your forgiveness.
You'll never have it.
No amount of good deeds will ever undo our past, but there is always time to build a better future.
Well, he's grown some to understand that.
When you get there, tell her we sent you. She'll see that they're taken care of.
Sorry about that. Something small was bothering me. Antique tacos, eh? Let me guess. They serve tacos? No, burritos. Oh, I can hardly wait. I ate tacos all the time back home. Though I suppose it wouldn't hurt to take a more scenic route. Maybe something along the way will help jog Alzal's memory. Come along, pets. And now to engage the new sprint and jog mechanics. It's very nice. Basically, after using sprint, I enter a constant state of faster than just plain walking or running. It's like a midway point. Yep, here we are, jog. We do not speak of the alpacas. They are worthless creatures. Alright, I should talk to the minstrel. Probably unlocks the savage versions of the wrestling bouts. Funny enough, that's supposed to be like Yoshi P's, based on Yoshi P's character. And it's funny how he's now a card in the Magic the Gathering because of their Final Fantasy collab. There's a good bit of 14 representation in it. I missed my turn. Ugh. Acid face! Acid camera! Looks like he took a wrong turn too. Oh, here we are. This is the place, right? I can smell the savory meats already. Finest government meat slurry there is. And you must be Aunt T. I can't see. Bakul Jaja recommended we sample your tacos, so we'll have 3 of your finest, please. Bakul Jaja sent you, did he? Take a seat. I'll be right over with a tray of our world-famous fare. It's my fault for not turning the camera, but I didn't like to. Shine. Tacos at long last. Oh, how I've waited for this moment. She eats it. Turns out she doesn't like the tacos. Well, so much for that. I thought nothing can match the rich flavor of our tacos back home, but the spicy seasoning on this meat is something else. Devouring it like Graha. Meals on Jaja, so don't hold back. Looks like more like 1 taco and 1 burrito. Krisha's taking the lead, but we won't be outdone, surely. I will drink my pineapple and then eat it. Ooh, I couldn't eat another bite. Thanks for treating us. It's not me that's doing it, really. It was almost like a taste of home. Tavnesia. If I said that wrong, it probably could have been like Tasmania. Seeing as we still have a little time to ourselves, care to hear more about Vana'diel? "20 years ago, the land was gripped by terrible conflict, the Crystal War they called it, and it wasn't long before my home, Tavnesia, was drawn into the struggle. During their assault on the peninsula, the Beastmen launched a weapon so powerful it sundered the land connecting us to the mainland. Those who survived fled to the Tavnesian safehold. It wasn't much, but we were able to piece together a modest living down in those caves. Sorry, I'm spoiling the mood, aren't I? Hey, we already ate. It's not going to put us off of anything. You're an adventurer too, aren't you? Have you any tales of daring you could share with us? Hey, have you heard about the time I defeated the concept of entropy? Traveling to other worlds and saving this one from the very embodiment of despair. Wait, really? You're not just an adventurer, you're a God's damned living legend! Yes, yes I am. And I don't shy away from that fact. A hero and living legend.
Sorry for the wait.
We ran up quite a tab on you.
There was much to appraise the Landsguard.
There is much to appraise the Landsguard of, as you well know. That Sarilja was behind the stolen relics, and the sighting of Gulul Jaja was understandably difficult for them to hear.
And yet there are others enticed by the rumors of a strange portal in the woods. I've heard some foolhardy treasure seekers have even gone off looking for it.
Wonderful.
A dangerous thought knowing Sarilja could show up at any time with more of those echoes. Which is why I'm going back to Juno to make sure our people stay out of there.
If you're going, then so are we. It beats sitting around waiting. Unlocking the next part. Gods, those tacos were bloody brilliant. There's nothing better than good food and good company to pass the time. Spit on screen? Spit on screen.
Would that we had time to show you more of Tuyololo, but we can't afford to have anyone wandering about in Juno.
Then let us make haste to Yaktel. I keep forgetting that this is a canopy and not an enclosed underground area. Whoop. What are they flying on? Darkness? Don't think I've ever seen that one before. Nope, across the water. Not interested in fates. Never have been. The only time I've ever done them was when they were part of, well, what's this? Oh, I see. I can only speak for myself, but the idea of running headlong through a mysterious rift to God's knows where in search of treasure seems absurd.
And Dural has no shortage of legends like the City of Gold to inspire would-be treasure seekers. No risk is too great if they believe their dreams can be realized.
Efforts better spent on a more honest living, I'd say.
Walking the noble path like you, brother.
In any case,
whoever we find in there, we have to get them out, quickly.
I wonder if it's anybody I'll know. Looks like no.
When I jumped through that rift, I was expecting a dungeon, or maybe a labyrinth, not whatever all this is.
Hey, would you like to leave before I kill you?
It's dangerous I need to leave? Don't make me laugh. Not long ago, I heard someone crowing in the streets about some rare stone they found. Something like that could be worth a fortune. I'm not going anywhere if there's riches just lying around for the taking.
Yeah, didn't think it would be that easy.
Never seen a city like this in Tural before.
Dangerous, you say? Perhaps I should hold off on surveying further, then.
What a shame. I happened upon a rather curious stone I hoped to take with me, but it was stolen by some Tonawatan brute. Oh, well, so it was him. Without knowing the value of that stone, I can't say it's worth giving chase, but he ran off to the south if you mean to go after him. I'll be leaving soon. If it's truly as dangerous as you say, I hope you'll be leaving soon as well. Nah, it ain't dangerous for me. You, stone men! You came looking for some fancy trinkets too? Well, feast your eyes on this. Cube. Wait, what, didn't Surreal use that? We spoke with anyone who would listen, though a few were too stubborn to heed our warnings. A block of raw electrope? But how? Ah, that's right. I take it you're the one who found this? I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave with that stone. It's too dangerous. You expect me to just hand it over? Bah, this isn't to you, Lolo. You have no authority here. I found it and I'm keeping it. This is for your own good. Put the stone down and walk away or else. You already put it down. Careful, brother. Lay a hand on him and the vow of resolve will never let us hear the end of it. Ugh, we're already in her debt as it is. Fine, you've come here with your fortune, yes? Then let me pay you for it. That would certainly save me the trouble of finding a suitable buyer, but don't expect me to let it go for cheap. And? We couldn't help but overhear you're selling an artifact found in these ruins. Whatever this gentleman is willing to pay, I assure you I can pay more. You know what, maybe I should just steal it. Great, just what we needed. What do you suppose we do now? Examining the circumstances surrounding this place would likely take more time than we can afford. Something coming back? Ah, of course. Why not hold an auction for the stone? An auction? That would certainly simplify matters. It would save you the trouble of bargaining with all interested parties separately and incentivize them to pay you handsomely, lest they be outbid. Fine by me, but I'll only be accepting payment in gil. This money will be taking me overseas where I can finally live the life I've always wanted. Following it cannot be skipped. I hope I don't have to do anything. If I may have your opening bids. Can you... God damn it, don't leave it in my hands. Can you handle the bidding? We don't have much experience with auctions, but we do have the coin you can use. Around 1 million gil saved up from our work with the Landsguard. Hopefully that will be enough. Alright, let's be sneaky about this then. I have no time for the back and forth of this bargaining nonsense. All I need is one bid to win that stone. Foreign merchants relieved me of my stock a few moons past, and it's a good thing they did. 1,500,000 gil, and I was forced to spend half of it in preparation for this expedition. 1,500,000. That would leave him with like what, 7,500,000? We've got 1 million gil all told, but I'm trusting you won't need to spend all of it. I'll try not to. Damn, I wish I had money to join in. Seems like fun. It's not. It's really not. While it's imperative that we recover the electrope, it wouldn't do to show your hand too early. Better to be conservative with your bid, staying just ahead of the competition. Yep, that's how I usually play bidding wars like this. When they're in games, that is. Alright, let's give it a shot.
So, what's your offer?
Bid. Outbid the competitors for the electrope while conserving capital. Yes.
Right then, how much will you start with?
I actually have a choice. Yeah, let's not go with the million first. Let's see. Let's try halfway point to start with. Of opening bid, but I'm willing to bet that's all you have. 560,000, Gil.
Half my savings gone. Surely they're close to conceding, right?
$600. 600,000. How is anyone meant to compete with that? One out of the running. Good. Then I'll bid 700,000.
Yeah, only one left now, but I don't think he'll give up without a fight.
Don't worry, I think I've got his number. 710,000. Shit. Well, I've come too far to back down now. 720,000. Yep, that was right.
Raising their bid by such a narrow margin, someone's reached their limit.
$30. Objection!
Finally, it's over. You have a knack for business dealings, Yuhime. Maybe you were a merchant in another life.
Not likely. Two-headed lizard man. Yep. It's a rare occurrence among the Mabul-ja, but it can happen. They're very strong. Although they give up a finger on their hand for this second head.
That looks to be all of it. The stone is yours.
And I didn't spend all of his money. As much as I would have liked to. Because he deserves it. Well done, friend. Now let's have a look at that electrope. Yep, that's electrope, all right.
God, this presence, it feels familiar. The Shadow Lord!
What, he's in that block?
There's no mistaking that deep and bitter malice. This stone must have served as the heart of the Shadow Lord's echo.
Let's not tell Cyrilja that.
He was a being of pure hatred, responsible for bringing about the Crystal War. I was part of the company that would eventually bring his reign of terror to an end.
You helped defeat the Shadow Lord? Meaning Alza must have been there with her, but I don't remember ever hearing about that.
In any case, I will hold on to the electrope. We should hurry back and speak with the Landsguard.
Oh, hey, dude. You got nice armor. Excuse me, were you speaking of the Shadow Lord just now? If there's more you wish to know, perhaps I could be of service. I've heard a great many tales of the fiend from the bards who frequent the taverns here in Juneau. I've been waiting over yonder near the fountain for my companions to arrive, but you're welcome to speak with me until they do.
A most welcome offer, though there is much to be said for a first-hand encounter with the echo in question. And perhaps we can revisit these tales another time after we've made certain no more treasure hunters can readily gain entry. Let's return to Tuliolo and speak with the Landsguard.
Where's my voice going?
Come and meet me at the Bright Bloom Post.
Good, I don't have to speak with him, because I don't care. I need this darn pepperoni to stay down. Oh no! The lag has returned. Ah, that's better. Once again, we're left with nothing but time on our hands until Surreal Jest shows himself. I suppose there's no shortage of work to be done if we ask the Lance Guard.
You may be better served exploring Doral, familiarizing yourself with the land. It wouldn't do to find yourself lost when you're needed most.
An honest to God's adventure! What a great idea! Pump your brakes, sweetheart. It's not going to be that big. You're coming with me, Alzal, and don't you dare say you're not interested. Any self-respecting adventurer would jump at a chance like this. Look, I don't want to chase you across the entire continent, alright? I'll not deny the suggestion piques my interest.
We warn you now, though, the wilds of Doral are rife with danger. It is no place for the unprepared.
I welcome the challenge! Ha ha ha! This music reminds me of Groose's theme. I can hardly count the number of times Vana'diel's been visited by some world-ending calamity, but no matter how dire things may have seemed, we always found a way through, together! You and who? This will be no different, I'm sure of it. There's nothing we can't do as long as we have each other. A band of adventurers barely met, united in the face of great peril, just like old times.
Are adventurers always so sentimental? Is that so terrible a thing?
Sometimes.
Here he is. The moment we learn anything about Surreal Jest's movements, I've asked him to contact you.
Well, off they go. Oh. Secret vision. Meanwhile, in the echo of Tulia.
Yeah! Soon we will slaughter them all. Is that not so, Surreal Jest? Soon, my dawn servant, very soon. Then there shall be none to stop you from taking your rightful place on the throne.
Such a fun character, grossly perverted this way. Into nothing more than a conquering monster. You truly are a bastard of a gecko.
How fortunate for me he lacks the wisdom of the true dawn servant. But if he will be made fit to rule, but if, yes, I must choose from the echoes carefully. The Shadow Lord showed promise, but Vanadiel is a land in rich history. I needn't settle for those who are but a blink in the eye of the annals of history.
Plus, I don't think he could use them anymore.
With the strength of the ancients, I shall bring Taral, no, the whole world to its knees.
You know what? I suppose it's not that big of a problem that he's a left. What? That's it? I could have sworn we went further, that it would have gone further than that. I could have sworn it was finished before the actual wrestling was. Oh man. No. Damn it. So much for my plans. Anyway, unlocking Savage. Oh, Extreme. God, I'm never able to keep these titles correct in my head. They all just seem the same to me. What are these? Expedition? Oh yeah, there was some new thing that was added, wasn't there? Some new grand fight area of constant fighting and battles and monsters and blah 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 blah. You're Yuhime, aren't you? Just the woman I was after, as it happens. Old Kentaram tasked me with finding you. Says he's got a proposition for you. Stay right there, I'll go fetch him. Apologies for collaring you like this, but I was hoping we could parlay before you took leave of Tuyololo. I'll cut right to the chase. I want you on board for me final expedition. Before I get into the particulars, allow me to spin a quick yarn. These days, any Yorzian sailor with their salt bound for Tyrol will take the established route and skirt the southern Indigo Deep. But back when maps of the realm were nothing but blank parchment past Vilbrand, all we had was the allure of the horizon to guide us. Most of me fellow explorers weighed anchor and cut a course due west, heading straight for adventure. Alas, most were lost to the waves. Me crew and I reached Tyrol on account of us ranging northward and avoiding the same treacherous waters that claimed them. I like the dragon on the map. It's just, here be dragons. That stretch of the deep came to be known as Shade's Triangle. I had a notion to solve its mysteries on behalf of me fallen comrades, but after arriving on these shores, it was the land, not the sea, that promised adventures anew. Once I settled here and disbanded the expedition, I never did get the opportunity. But then I crossed paths with a certain realm-renowned adventurer and began to wonder. Was it me? Aye, something told me that with your help I'd finally shed light on the mystery of these accursed waters. So, how about it? Will you join this old explorer on one final jaunt? Yeah.
Heh, knew I could count on you. Truth be told, even before Galulja asked me to watch over Kona and Wuk-Lamat, I feared I'd never sail again. Any road, I sensed the pair were wise to me worrying, so I laid it all bare.
And you say the mystery of Shade's Triangle has haunted you since? The region in which you speak of is an impediment to trade with foreign nations. Any effort to unravel its secrets will ultimately benefit to Yulolol. Sounds like it might be the last chance you get, especially if you're hoping to get Yuhime involved. Besides, Papa would turn in his grave if we barred his own friend from one final voyage. I say follow your heart, Tankwa.
I'm sure you'll be wanting more details, but I'd like to set sail sooner rather than later. Let's reconvene once we put a few malms between us and the harbour. The ship is ready and waiting, had it sent over from Limsa especially. When you're ready, speak with Offenheim over on the pier.
Offenheim, time. The stitching time saves 9. Let me just see about this real quick. Oh, it's the corn servant. I thought I'd seen the last of you, you tiny bastard. You can wait. His tongue is on fire! Yuhime, I presume? Kentaram told me all about you. The name's Offenheim, navigator by trade. They say Shades' Triangle is racked with storms year-round, but a closer look at the charts will tell you that ain't strictly true. For a brief session, the skies clear and the seas calm, hence why the old explorers eager to weigh anchor. What's the matter? Don't tell me you're wary of climbing onto this little rowboat. Haha, we're not rowing all the way to the Shades' Triangle. Our vessel's waiting out beyond the shallows. Any road, when you're good and prepared to leave, just say the word. Little rover with lasers or something there. Right, open up the area so I can ignore it. Just like I ignore a bunch of other side content. Boobies. Plain sailing thus far. Might be time to talk about our destination. Shades' Triangle's a churning mess of storms, so every time a vessel goes missing in the region, most blame the treacherous conditions. But hear this, there are records of the last ship seeking to chart those waters, and the message they relayed to their escort is passing strange. Conditions fair, crescent-shaped isle sighted in vicinity, potential safe haven during storms, attempting to make landfall. They never made it back to port despite the calm seas. Maybe because they never left. Folks have taken to calling the island the Occult Crescent ever since. They say it's naught but a shifting mirage that claims the lives of all who sight it. Everyone on board knows the risk involved in a voyage like this, but there ain't nothing like the thrill of the unknown to trump good sense. Aye, the whiff of mystery and the promise of new discoveries hard to resist. Am I right in thinking the same applies to you, adventurer? Well, like I said, I'll just get it cleared out and then ignore it. Anyhow, why don't you get acquainted with the rest of the crew? I'll be here checking the charts. Once you got the measure of the folks risking their hides along with you, come and find me. Alright, fine then.
This ain't my first trip to these waters. I've sailed close to Shade's Triangle to survey the weather many a time. Only on the clearest days when the sea is flat as glass do you get a glimpse of the isle. It looks unremarkable from a distance, but that's exactly what the poor bastard who was missing must have thought. Never did pluck up the courage to take a closer look, curious as I was. I have no idea what accent I'm doing. But when I heard Captain Ram was leading an expedition into the heart of the triangle, I signed right up. Don't get me wrong, I still got my reservations, but when I think of what's awaiting for us out in this water, it's the excitement that wins out.
My grandfather once sailed with Captain Ram. He was right there with him when they first made landfall on Tyrol. But it wasn't Tyrol they were aiming for. They'd left the Eorzea westward bound for Hingashi. They didn't count on a great big continent lying between them and their destination. Once they were ashore, they soon forgot all about the Far East. Eventually, my grandfather settled, and here I am, 3 generations later. By all accounts, journeying with Captain Ram is life-changing. I mean that in the best possible sense, of course.
This isn't some foolhardy treasure hunt. No, solving the isle's secrets will be worth more than any glittering trinkets.
And if we can open up safe passage to the island, there's potential to establish a permanent landing. Just imagine the boons of foreign trade that would bring.
All of which is to say, there's more at stake here than lining our pockets. Yeah, lining the nation's pockets. There's no telling what awaits us on the island, which is why we enlisted the help of experts and artisans to supplement our crew. There's one fellow we're all wishing to steer clear of, though. After we left port, I caught the crazed fool trying to launch one of the lifeboats. We managed to lock him in the hold, but the Vidral set about drinking all the rum in sight. In the end, we tied him up and stuffed him in one of the barrels he drained dry. I wonder who that could be.
Looks like you had a good shot with the crew. That's the thing with seafaring. A close-knit crew is indispensable out on the open sea. I know there's talk of about me feats in reaching Tyrol, but in truth, I couldn't have done it without my fellow explorers. Wherever the winds might take us, I consider it my duty to get us all there and back in one piece.
With our hearts sundown and our flag unfurled, we're underway and off to see the world.
Right, we'll be entering Shade's Triangle any moment now. Look sharp.
Land ho! Well, that's rude.
Hold steady. We sail straight for her.
Aye, aye. My feet look ridiculous. Hello, booby. Oh, looks like it's fogging up real quick.
Where's that blasted island? We just had it in our sights.
Land spotted off the starboard stern. Up.
What? Don't tell me we're careening right past it. Get this hulk turned around.
It's like hunting for that island of the lychee berries in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Don't take your eyes off it. And they did.
Lost sight of the damn thing again. Shifted Mirage was right on the money. If the isle itself was moving, the waves would be surging right over the bulwark. This is no natural phenomenon.
Something's missing with our perception. A flash of inspiration. Ye deserved. Heed my call. I heed, but I'm not sure I follow. Who are you talking to? I had a feeling that's what would happen. A strange voice, you say? I didn't hear a thing. Whoa. What in the... I've lost control of the rudders! It's like something's reeling us in! Gods. No, fish, more likely. Argue, argue. Oh, yeah, that's not natural. It couldn't be the island, could it? Uh-oh. Should have pulled up the sails. Oh. Oh, we're good. How's the hull looking? No obvious damage, but the ship's stuck fast, almost as if we dropped anchor. Perfectly docked and without a single scratch. There ain't a helmsman alive who could have managed that. Not even the Admiral, Blowfish. I fear she'll end up like that if we try and shift her. I reckon we were brought here by some sort of arcane trickery. Trap 2, most likely. Magic direct to our destination. Quite the stroke of luck, if you ask me. Well, there's nothing for it but to get this expedition underway. And we've got ourselves some ruins here that still look remarkably well maintained. Complete with the running fountain. That voice you heard on the ship, I'm starting to wonder whether it was some kind of summons. I'm glad to have you with us regardless. As for the isle itself, I'd assumed it was uninhabited. Certainly wasn't expected to come across this phantom village. Like as not, there's some sort of ward encompassing the island to keep us here. That said, there's a chance ethereal currents could circumvent the ward, assuming you could tap into one. Might be worth a try if adventure calls you elsewhere. Raises a good point. I should check for an aetherite. Any road, as much as I like to gather the crew and get stuck right in, we better secure the perimeter first. Oh, and I thought I'd give you a journal to jot down your findings along the way. Figures this'll, there's more than a few folks out there who'd appreciate a record of your exploits here. Fill those pages and give them something to sink their teeth into. To Lolol, interact with the ethereal current by the moored ship. Oh. Occult record. Collection expanded. The occult record. Under collection, okay. New entries for prominent items and characters will be added. Oh well, might as well see what it is. I better change this. Yep, don't have to change anything else. Odd. Not a single soul about.
No use pondering, though. We'd better take a look around while Offenheim stands guard. As long as the ship's safe, so are all provisions on board, and that means one less worry while we're getting our bearings.
She's got it. Maybe.
Let me know if you find anything of interest.
I love fountains. They're so pretty. The foliage choking the building and the overall state of decay suggests it has been abandoned for some time, left to the mercy of the elements. And yet it still looks remarkably good. Splish splash, splish splash. Other side. Whee! Nice! Can go for a swim. Wait, what? Must be at the top. A. Oh. Two shipwrecks are visible in the eerily still bay, no doubt once crewed by brave sailors seeking the inner reaches of Shade's Triangle. Judging by their orientation, the vessels must have sunk while attempting to leave the island. There's no telling whether the souls on board were also lost to the waves. Jump! Oh. All I did was hurt my ankles instead of take a nice splash. Likely carved by skilled hands, this aether-infused stone exudes a faint glow. It is unclear whether the stone emits light naturally or if some internal mechanism is causing the illumination. You have finished investigating the area. Yep.
I'm guessing you're no closer to solving the Isle's mysteries either. Look at it, these structures. I'd say the settlement's ancient. The original inhabitants may be long gone, but I was half hoping to find a few survivors from the wrecks at the very least. Anyhow, this building in particular took me interest. I managed to force the lock. I don't want you to think I make a habit of breaking locks in general skullduggery, other than when strictly necessary, of course. Let's take a look inside, shall we?
Spooky. Clearly, it's a mausoleum. Who's whispering?
A sarcophagus, do you reckon? I wouldn't get too close if I were you. I sense arcane trickery afoot. These candles aren't being kept alight by natural means, that's for damn sure.
Well, that's clearly a do not disturb sign. So let's not disturb.
Heh, just as I thought. Experience tells me a word like this will have us jumping through hoops to dispel it.
Is there something behind us? Oh, never mind. I'm getting a voice in my head again.
Only ye deserved may lay claim.
I will try something. Well, what do you know?
Not sure which is a more confounding mystery, your magic touch or this God's forsaken rock we're standing on.
I have many magic classes. It's fine. Oh! Opening on its own. Oh! This scene! It's the most horrid creature you could ever think of. A tonberry!
A tonberry?
Ah, thoroughly refreshed and raring to go. And who might you two be?
Wasn't expecting the common tongue.
You take me for some benighted fool? Ah, but perhaps a valid supposition given my current form. You stand before the archive, the very definition of erudition. Now hurry up and introduce yourselves.
A tonberry without a knife. How very strange.
Oh, you're a human, is it? Those keen, searching eyes of yours. Clearly you have an inquisitive mind like no other. Save my own, that is.
I'm Kenton Ram, an explorer hailing from Nimsa Laminsa. We're here on an expedition backed by the nation of Tuyalolol.
Limso, lo what now? Tuyalolol. I visited each of the 12 city-states and learned all there is to know about their peoples and cultures, but those names ring unfamiliar. To think a whole nation would elude me. Tell me, when exactly was this Tuyalolol founded? The 7th astral era? I moved to the island to avoid spreading the affliction that left me as you see, and promptly fell into a deep slumber.
If memory serves, such a plague swept the realm at the end of the 5th astral era. But that means you've been asleep for more than 1,500 years.
That would explain why I feel so well rested. Now that I'm awake, I should very much like to see what has become of the isle.
Wait, it was a plague that turned you into a tonberry? That lingered on the coffin for quite a while. Like, I know we had to transition because they didn't show to make door openings or anything, but still.
I certainly don't recall the memorial fountain being so begrimed with algae. Perhaps you do speak the truth. And this strange aether I sense pervading the island, could it be a ward of sorts? The noggin's still foggy after that eons-long slumber. There was a time when I knew all kinds of things, the name of every battle, the weight of all the riches in the world to the ons. I was a wise old man, a gushing font of knowledge. Say, I could be a real boon for your expedition once I get up to speed. I shall join you on your endeavors.
Perhaps in the course of our adventure, your memories will come flooding back.
Seeing as there's nothing in the settlement out to kill us, I think it's time we get the crew ashore and earning their keep. I'll be right back. Hopefully we can learn more about the Isle from our newfound co-conspirator.
So really, a plague that turned you into a tonberry, huh? What ho, newly shortened one?
Would you care to elaborate upon what brought you here? So this isle lies in the heart of Shade's Triangle, and many a ship has gone missing in these waters? You mentioned the wrecks out in the bay. It's not unreasonable to think some of those sailors would have made it ashore. Why did no one try to wake me?
Well, no one apparently was worthy. The torture chamber was tightly barred.
But your burly companion was able to force the lock. I dare say younger, swarthier sailors would have even less trouble getting that door open.
I don't agree with this one because I feel like they wouldn't have been able to dispel the magic in front of them. I'm pretty sure I did that because I have protagonist privilege, so.
You mean to imply that someone summoned you here? Clearly it wasn't me. I've been sound asleep for the last few millennia, give or take. What a tantalizing conundrum! We simply must get to the bottom of this.
Oh, theory.
Is it knowledge you...
No, wait. Is it knowledge you seek? I hope my fairy mom doesn't get jealous here.
What manner of creature is this?
A familiar, methinks. Looks like the fairies employed by Nemean scholars of Eld. Was it you who summoned her?
Me? Preposterous! I would have summoned something more statuesque.
How rude! My name is Iris, and I certainly wasn't called forth by a wizened little wretch like you.
Wizened? You mean wise, you petulant little whelp. Honestly, who would ever summon a companion so lacking in manners?
I don't know, any scholar?
Am I lacking okay.
I know what I meant, and you, sir, are lacking in wisdom. A seal has been placed upon your worldly knowledge, thus preventing its use. You can only speak of that which the scaly individual over here has seen and learned firsthand. Me? I am scaly.
Is that so? Well, that explains why I can't muster the faintest motes of magic. I tried to heal myself earlier to no avail.
Hey, well, I don't know any healer classes, but I have a healing spell.
Centuries of sleep and that cold stone slab really took its toll on my lower back.
Enough of you and your aching bones. Iris, where's your master?
Doesn't know?
Let me try a different tact. Why were you summoned here?
I don't know.
Ha! Looks like someone else has had their knowledge sealed away. If I'm wizened and lacking wisdom, then you're not but an unfamiliar.
Don't start, little green man.
Ahem. I'll tell you one thing. That fairy was steeped in the same aether permeating the island. As I surmise, there's a strange ward covering the isle in its entirety. No doubt those ships in the bay were caught in its pull.
Well, wards can't just cast themselves. I mean, someone's responsible for those poor souls who perished in Sage Triangle. Methinks our focus ought to be finding out what we can about this individual. And let's not forget that strange voice you keep hearing. For all we know, it could be connected in some way. Right, let's go speak with Jeffroy over yonder. He ought to have word on progress at the base camp. Jeffroy.
The fairy kind of had like a Splatoon hairstyle.
What, we're about to start rocking? You'll be pleased to hear that preparations are well underway. I sent the advance party to scout ahead while the ship's being unloaded. They've found an ideal spot to stage forays onto the island's southern reaches, and they're setting up camp as we speak. When you're ready to head out, just say the word. Once you're out in the field, you'll have to speak with Kenzaram and decide how to proceed. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Is this another one of those multi-ending trials? The support crew will be stationed here in town. Be sure to avail yourself of their services if you're in need. And if you're after a weaponsmith, word is we hired a truly remarkable craftsman for the expedition. Judging by his reputation, he'll soon have your weapons honed to deadly perfection. The smithy will be set up over yonder. Do drop by if you're interested. Well, that's all from me. Give me a shout when you're ready to make for the encampment. Yeah, I suppose that is. Join fellow explorers in large-scale battles against the fiercest foes and take the criticisms as a series of small skirmishes. Oh, nope, this is more of the fighting like that one nation of the big cat folk. Disciples of War or Magic level 100 and above. Required average item rating is 690. Item level will sink to 700. Subject to a separate leveling system, indicated by their knowledge level. Large-scale battles with slaying the island's fools will boost your knowledge akin to experience points. Knowledge levels significantly impact the outcome of any battle. To improve your chances of survival in roaming the West, be sure to accrue as much knowledge as possible. Discrepancies between knowledge level and that of your foes will affect the damage you deal and receive. Shadows of the Earned Tree, you rear your ugly head once again. Nah, I'm just kidding. While exploring, you can participate in critical encounters, large-scale battles for up to 72 combatants. When you're victorious, 70. Oh, that's bigger than the raids! During force, return actions is played by important turns. I understand what I must do. Ignore it! Oh, yep, there's everybody. Oh. Sailor Scout outfit. Very well done. Oh, this guy must be the smith. Well, this doesn't turn out how I wanted at all. But unfortunately, I'm out of ideas. So, I guess that'll be the end of it. I was hoping for more, but I guess that's on me. And my head is starting to feel off. Yeah, fine. Been a while since the skunks time and mine have overlapped, so why not? Oh, God. Wow, everything feels like it's starting to shut down on me. We've arrived at our destination. Please watch your step as you disembark. Please follow if you liked. Thanks for watching. Peace be with you. And may the forces of evil be confused on the way to your home. Bye.